obviously all the superstars in a mask, and they just kept going and just giving them like names that were close to their original name, just to make Bobby Heenan angry. God, I haven't seen that. He was able to do that role really well. Pop it out. Ha! There we go. One, two. Ah! Sorry. There we go. What? 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, there we go. Now, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, and then you're going to drive in with a clothesline off of that rear. So you'll be like boom, 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 boom.
Okay,
so let me switch it around so it looks like you would.
So I'm going boom.
1,
Boom.
2, 3, boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm clotheslining with this one.
Yep, and you're just you can step through and hit that.
Am I hitting you or am I hitting the pads?
You're gonna hit me.
Okay.
So you can step when you step through on that rear. So if I was like 1, 2, 3, boom, just step all the way through with it.
Am I doing the whole?
And then you can take me over. Yep. And you can just go ahead and let me fall.
Okay, I'll try not to grab you.
So let's go through it slow a couple of times.
Okay.
So we go 1, 2, 3, step it in. Boom. And you can bring it, just extend it on out, and I'll go right across your leg.
Okay.
So
1, 2, 1.
boom.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, did that one hurt? I'm sorry.
No, we're good. That's just taking the bump, man.
I know, but you went straight down and not that way, and I was worried that you was fucking.
That was my doing.
Okay. I didn't do that one right. I stepped way too far out. So 1, 2, 3. So when I'm doing the punch.
Now, when we step in, like especially on this one, yeah. Gotta have it real quick. When you step in, off of this one, let me see if I can get it so you can see on camera too. So when you're coming across with that rear arm,
Yeah.
you can even go off of it. 1, 2, 3. Drop the arm down to push this aside, and then when you step across, boom, step in.
Okay.
Because when it goes across, you'll see your hip comes just slightly inside of mine.
Okay. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna hit you. I just want to practice. So I'm hitting you. I go boom, 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 boom.
And you can bring it kind of up. Go ahead and have it kind of bent and up, and then extend it out.
Okay. So boom, boom, boom.
Like that.
Okay. Okay.
Boom. Try to, as you step in, try to cross cut me just a little bit.
Okay.
So step in on me up here, and if you get your hip just out slightly to the side,
Like this?
yep. Now, when you take me, I'll come up over that leg a little bit.
Okay.
Boom, and you're kind of like bopping me kind of out. So if you're thinking about it, instead of just coming straight in, when you come in, you see how I'm kind of coming out to that side?
And I think it's one of the things that I'm doing it with this arm, so I'm not used to doing it with this arm.
Off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're off your right arm most of the time.
Yeah.
So, go 1, 2, 3, boom. Good. Now, you could go 1, 2, and then on that one, step in also. So let's try that. So we'll just.
So 1, 2, then come in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1, 2, boom. There we go.
Yeah, it feels like I'm more in control.
So let's try it again.
Whoa! Let's slow down, Luke.
Good. Now you're going to feel, and in order for me to give you like a really good looking fall, you will feel, as you're pushing me back, you'll feel this.
Yeah.
And what that does is that allows me
To
monkey
swing up.
bar a little bit
Yeah.
on you. All right. You see the difference?
Yep. Sorry. Manders.
All right. One more. There we go.
Ugh.
So that's how you could work that off of, and it doesn't matter how many you throw. You could throw like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on 5,
Yep.
put it out there. And if you got people counting, like that could be, the 1,000-hand slap type thing where it's
Yeah.
like everybody goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it could be stalled because everybody knows Boom!
Like, I got a glove out, but like. Boom! Like, you know, the whole raise the arm, the
Yep.
signal the crowd that the big thing's coming.
And especially if you have any like people who are fans of Japanese wrestling, Lariat's it's a fan favorite.
Yeah, well, it's a fan favorite here too.
I mean, you got.
Well, that's Mander's calling card right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. You know, what is it? Stan Hansen?
Oh, fucking.
Knocking people's heads off with this. So, basic Greco-Roman stance.
Okay.
I'm gonna wrestle right because that's pretty typical. I'm actually I wrestle reverse since I'm right-handed, but I wrestle left side forward.
Okay.
That's just like a boxer like you. You actually fight southpaw even though you're right-handed.
Do I?
Yep. You have your right hand forward all the time. Boom. So.
Hold on. I thought. Oh, I do, don't I?
Yeah.
I'd never
So
realized.
that's southpaw because you have the opposite side forward. Orthodox would be left forward, power in the rear. Since you're right-handed, you've got your power side forward, so you can boom hit with a stiff jab, you know, or a power straight.
I don't know why do I do that. I don't know why I do that. That's
But
weird.
that's what you did. Then that's what you took to.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why.
So I'm going to switch up. This would be an orthodox wrestling stance, right
Okay.
forward.
Okay.
However, I wrestle in the opposite lead, even though that's my power arm, because all of my wrestling started inside the confines of MMA.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep my power side back for this and then be able to shoot in off of things versus here. Now, I can switch stances with my wrestling pretty easily. But since you're already wrestling orthodox right forward, we're going to stick with right forward.
Okay.
So now there's two stances we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
One's a square stance, and it's, if you notice, you see how my body is here. I've got my hips, you know, over the tops of my heels, and I'm right here.
Okay.
So I would be wrestling kind of out of the top of my head. So if we're right here, this would be more of a neutral or defense stance for the most part. Now it does allow me that if I wanted to go either direction, I can do that without a whole lot of trouble.
Okay.
Because if I'm going to drop down, you know, boom, I can pop out that side.
Yeah.
Or if I'm over here, I can do the same thing.
Yep. Because you're, yeah.
Where it's harder when I'm wrestling normal stance forward, I'm going to want to try and hit off of that lead leg more because I've got less distance to go. Because now I'm not trying to cross real hard over.
Yeah.
So, but however, when we're wrestling in here and I'm trying to move you, you know,
You want that leg in.
I want that leg in because I'm trying to get
Break that.
in between your legs there and move you so that you can't get a good base to move around.
Yeah.
So, that first stance again, we're here, and you'll notice that I'm not hunched over, you know, there's no curvature in my spine. It's a little straighter so I'm kind of here.
Okay, so do I have this right?
There we go. And the elbows, when we're wrestling, we want to wrestle elbows in and hands up.
Okay.
If I get my hands out here too much in wrestling, someone's gonna snatch that arm and send you flying.
Okay.
So we always wrestle elbows in. Now with Greco, because it's so upper body, they can't grab legs, they can't hook legs, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
We can, because we're not wrestling truly Greco.
Yeah.
It's you know, with jiu-jitsu, it's a little bit of everything, especially American jiu-jitsu. They kind of take everything and see what came out of it. You know, a lot of it was out of old school army combatives from the First World War, Second World War. So they were like, well, this works, and this works too.
Yeah.
So we're here. Now, when we're coming in, we're going to be always to try and get in on that person so that we can work our hands to the inside because we want to get this upper body control.
Okay.
Or around that, if I was wrestling somebody bigger than me and I was trying to get control, I would get real low and I would start trying to get that lower back.
Okay, so I'd be like,
But you want to try and get that high because now and especially if you get my arms up,
Yeah.
now it's hard for me to try and get my hips down.
Yeah.
Well, once you know already that all you have to do now is kind of pull me this direction and then whip me back the other way, and then I'm going to come off my feet. So when you're getting in there, you know, you're always trying to hand fight.
Yeah.
You want to keep that guy's hands off of you. So I'm always trying to get control of that wrist. Now, if you feel me start to get control of this wrist, swim in. Yep. Good.
I'm trying not to laugh. I'm a little ticklish apparently.
Get my arms way up high. Big scoop. There you go.
I'm sorry.
You said I'm getting tickled over here. Now I know.
I was not expecting that to be ticklish.
That would be a heel tactic.
Yeah.
Dude, like okay, you're a face that for some reason uses nothing but heel tactics. So as it goes in there, you're here.
Yeah.
And you're trying always to stay inside, so you're swimming up and over.
Yeah.
If we're in close, we're trying to get control of that wrist, because once we have control of that wrist, then we can start working the person.
Yeah.
So if a person gets a grip on you, yep, jump,
Yeah.
and then you got them.
Yeah.
So when you're in there and you're hand wrestling, you don't want them to. You're kind of keeping kind of a pressure.
Yeah.
And keeping their hands. I like to try and to stuff the guy's arms.
So get them all like crossed against
all
the body.
crossed up against their body, so that then I can start reaching in there to grab a hold of that arm. So if I've got you pushed now, you see how it's not as noticeable because my body is pressured against you, that I've actually got your wrist.
Oh shit! Okay, can I try that?
So we're here.
Okay.
You're getting pushed in. Now you feel this one on my wrist.
Yep.
Now you're going to turn out. This is going to come back.
So turn this way?
So turn this way.
Okay.
This hand's going to let go, and you're going to pull it through, and then you pull it here.
Oh, okay.
Now, if I can get to right here,
Yeah.
that's where I want to try and get my shoulder on top of yours. You're going to be a little too tall for me to do that, so I would be trying to get on that elbow.
Yeah.
And then be working my way up.
Yeah.
So if I've got you right here, and I've got this wrist,
Yep.
I'm going to try and push right there.
Okay.
So once you have it, it's kind of, you feel. Now you're tall enough that if you pull this through and you put this shoulder, I'm going to try and have an underhook here,
Okay.
and I'm going to be trying to work that shoulder down so that I can get on top of it.
Okay.
You're tall enough that you can when you pull my arm across, right? So if you've got it, so this is here.
Okay.
I pushed in, I got that control, I step it out, okay?
Okay.
And you notice that I step here,
Yeah.
and I'm turned and we're hip to hip now.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put my hand here.
Okay.
You're going to go ahead and go with this one.
Oh, this one.
You've got it right here. You notice that now, if you take that pivot around.
Like that?
There you go. Now, when you pivot, I want this hand to come up on the inside.
Okay.
So you're left on left,
Okay.
or if you're wrestling right to right, you'd be right on right. So I'm going to put my right hand out.
So I grab like this.
I want you to grab this one.
This one.
All right.
Then I go
And then I want you to turn, and I want you to underhook it.
under like this.
Yep. You feel that right there?
Oh,
Now,
now up.
You are going to turn and put your shoulder on top of mine and make me carry that weight of your shoulder on mine. There it is. You feel that?
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now you're going to put a little bit of pressure into me, and you're going to have that shoulder on top, and you can turn your head in on me so that it's right here. There you go. Now, this is going to open me up to if you want to turn me here. If you wanted to turn me here, there's so many different takedowns. You can just step it out and you can put me on the ground. You can start to make me go forward,
Okay.
and then this foot can follow right behind and sweep it out.
Just
So
like that.
you just kind of use it like a broom. So
Just
you go boom.
Okay.
Because I'm going to try, as you pull me around, I'm gonna step out, and as you do, you just step behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's
So much.
so many throws. That's
Yeah.
called a 2-on-1 or a Russian tie.
Okay.
So when you get that, it turns out, boom, and you got that guy down, and you're in here, and you're just working him.
Yep.
Now, I want to try. I like to get in behind the leg and just start putting pressure on it.
Yeah, that knee. That break it down.
And then it's harder for him to move. And then if I wanted to switch that out, once I get that, I can reach down and grab that leg.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, a guy who's got a good stable base,
It's a lot harder.
I'm going to not be able to get that, so I'm going to work that arm more to drag him out. So, we're here, we're wrestling. You know, I feel that I've got
the wrist.
I push in, I switch over because I know I've got your right hand.
Okay.
And then I turn it out and I get control of that arm.
Okay.
So if you want the right wrist, you need to grab the right wrist.
So I grab the wrist,
There it is.
and then
Now we're wrestling. I feel
so I come over with this one. Once I
So-
have it,
you can do it. If you've got right on right, it just comes underneath.
I'll come to the knee.
You just pull me and you hook it up. There it is right there. And you see you got me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And you don't have to do a whole lot of leaning over. Just squat it down. There you go. And you'll feel me as you pull this around. You gotta get that. I already feel it right on top of that shoulder. There we go. And that's your 2-on-1. Now, the more you you angle your head back into me, the less I'm gonna be able to start working my defenses. So if you've got it here, we'll turn towards the camera.
Okay. So
You pulled it here. Now, if you turn in and right there. Now, keep pulling up with this. And now that's harder for me to try and stick, right?
Yeah.
Now, I might try to do something like drop underneath. So you don't want to completely rest on me.
Yeah.
Because I'll try to
Yep. And then I'll just.
roll you out or hit you with a scissor leg takedown out of that. Those are two common attacks that follow up.
Okay.
Because if I'm over and I go,
Yeah. I was like, as soon as you started, like, because I was resting so much on you, like, I felt it.
give way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'll push, and then I'll drop down
Yeah.
to try and shoot out of that.
Yeah. I feel that sudden drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our hand fight. We're getting in there. You know, I keep my head. I'm always trying to put my head into yours so that it's harder for you to get in there. And then I'm driving it. Yeah, I'm trying with my weight to keep you from getting up underneath me. But now that you got me, I gotta start thinking about it. But now, if you got me tight here, right? Now you've got it open for here,
Yeah.
and I can.
That choke.
Yep. Or.
Oh.
Right. So another thing that I'm going to be doing when I'm trying to drive, I'm always trying to get inside, right?
Okay.
Now, you're tall enough, you can also shoot a high, try to get that high underhook.
Okay.
So we're here, and you feel this get a little wide.
This arm or
Yeah.
this arm?
So if you feel this arm get a little arm,
So, like
boom,
that.
right there. Because it's going to shoot right underneath. And that also could turn right into the hip toss.
Yeah.
So if we're here, let's move back. You shoot that one underneath. You turn in and over I go, right?
I need to get my hip more under you where you can have a
So then you
pivot.
go, yep.
Yeah.
And it might be easier on the right side for that because you're using your power arm.
Yeah.
So you go through, boom, that comes underneath.
And knee you in the head all the way down.
Kapow! That's the shooting part. So that's if someone said, "Hey, this guy is causing too much trouble. I need you to put him on notice."
Okay,
So we're here. So now when we're wrestling,
Okay.
once we get in close, we can get pretty upright in our movement.
Uh-huh.
And I like to try and be right here, right? And once I start to feel that, it's time for me to go, uh-oh. Gonna get the old spin around. Now, I have seen a guy get thrown with that in competition.
Oh yeah.
Grabbed a hold of him by the belt. Started to spin, just spin in circles.
Yeah.
Once he got him out, he goes, boom! I was like, I would just quit. If I got hit with a video game finishing throw, I'd be like, I'm done. This isn't for me, apparently. I got hit with something out of a 90s fighting game. His energy was full. Now, more modern Greco guys, you see them hit real hard, and they're in there with their heads a whole lot.
Yeah.
And they're real low. So they're in there and they'll be head to head, bumping, boom.
Yeah.
And it gets
That's why they get cauliflower ears.
Cauliflower ears, and they at every competition they have to wear have their own bandages ready inside of their singlet because those eyebrows,
Yeah.
that bony ridge, it just always splits.
Yeah.
So, there we go. There it is, right there. Now, if I go all the way around, Kurt, there you go.
Oops, sorry.
You just whip them around. All right, so keeping those hands in good. Good head position. Good, good. Yeah, bring it in. Get that head in my. Try and get your head into my temple. Get your head in my temple, not ear to ear. There you go, temple, crown to temple. So
So I'm getting it like here.
and then what you're gonna feel is I'm gonna whip on.
Okay.
So we're wrestling. You're gonna feel me go like this.
Okay.
You feel so if I start to get you up high,
Yeah.
you're going to relax your shoulder and then roll that in.
Okay.
Because we can work that off if a guy's posting on us real hard. If he's posting on us, he's like, got post, we're posting back.
Yeah.
That we might just go here. We can make this side collapse on him if we've been giving him something to lean into.
Okay.
So, but if a guy's getting us, and we feel that start to pop here,
Yeah.
you're going to not just turn your shoulder, you're going to relax and turn your whole torso.
Okay.
Because we're just going to let this be loose. We're going to use this action to let it go.
Okay. So.
So if you feel right here,
Yeah.
you are going to turn out and relax and turn right back in.
Okay.
So it's just a little, because you don't want to break with them completely because we're right here and you feel this is when you're going to do it. There it is right there.
Okay.
Because you feel you don't want it to go past the point that you're going to be able to get out of it. Because if you feel this, you're wrestling, you're driving, and you guys are moving, and you're hand fighting, and suddenly you feel him shoot underneath and get this up here, it's time to limp arm. Because you don't want
that whole
the whole thing to come across. Because if you find yourself right here, he may not see it at first even. So it's time to
get out of that.
get out of that situation.
Okay.
Holding your breath. You're holding your breath.
Yep.
There you go. Now, once you get here, right here, I want you to it's going to be counterintuitive. It feels like you want to squeeze.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is have your hands, and I want you to push your hands out. You feel the difference? Here's me squeezing. Here's me pushing out. Do you feel like a...
Okay,
so you got it?
So this is the squeeze, so like this?
And if you get your foot in that center line, now you're going to push forward and you're going to lean your body forward
Like this?
There it is, right there. Now you see how I'm broken here?
Okay.
That would result in a takedown in Greco.
Okay.
Because you're going to body fold. It's a body lock. And that pushing out doesn't pull the guy in. It squeezes him. So it's more like a leg scissor.
Yeah, because it's crushing here, not here.
Right. So it gets them pushed back too, because now your force is going forward and down behind them.
Okay.
So as you get in there, it shoots in, it's boom. Now you've got that tight control on them.
Okay. Whoa! There's a body there. There you go. There you go. Here.
Now, you got it. Lean it. Get that foot in the center. And then, there you go. Now, that broke my balance. So you got it right there. That's it. Right there. Now, you feel where you've got me, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get out of here. Turn this head to the other side, right here. Now you can crank a lot better.
So when we're in here close,
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple times like I wanted to try to go to your back.
Oh, for sure.
Is that
Oh, yeah.
okay?
So, with wrestling, you're not bound to wrestling in front.
Oh, okay.
Not at all. And you'll see some things in Greco, they call it a slide by, where they push in
Okay. So,
and then, or a slide by or a duck under. So duck under is a little bit different. So we're here,
okay.
and you push back and you bounce the guy, and then you get behind him.
Yeah.
So it's a little slight bounce, and around you go. Now, a slide by is when we're pushing in, and then I lean back here, and I disappear out from underneath it.
And you German suplex.
Right. And usually in Greco they end up just like driving the guy to the mat, but
Yeah.
you will see people get like otherworldly suplexes off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially once they drive into a guy and he tries to
Post.
firm up, he posts, and next thing you know, zick, boom, over you goes.
Yeah, because he just pretty much gives them the leverage at that point.
From the front, the suplex, it's that you get a double over on the arms,
Like this.
and then you suplex me up over that shoulder.
Yeah.
That's not fun. I'm glad I've never had to ride that one out. I've had other throws that are unpleasant like that, but you could also hit me from up high, right here. The same thing.
Yeah.
And you'll
Kurt
see
Angle did those a lot.
you'll see a lot of those because he can throw them away,
Yeah.
and they're able to flop out of it.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar do them a lot.
yeah. Those fall away saltos or
Yeah.
whatever. Right. So keeping that head position, you're always trying to drive my head offline with yours, because now it's harder for me to get in there. Because if I slide ear to ear with you, now I can start using the back of my head till I can turn in on mine, right?
Okay.
Now, if you're right here, it doesn't feel good to have that right there. So you start resting in on it. Now you don't want to do too much because he could go doom
Yeah.
and tooth you.
Yeah.
But if you got in there and just kind of kept it tight for a second before you could pull me sideways and then jam your head back in there.
So I could like, so at that point I mean like,
Yep. There we go. And when you grab a guy, think about grabbing his, like, you're trying to grab that other ear. So, yeah, you see how,
okay.
feel the difference?
Yeah.
A lot of people will just like rest it back here. That's bad wrestling.
Okay.
Just move your head back and up.
So you want to grab the ear.
You want to grab that ear. And you want to crank me ear over.
Okay.
You never, your partner should be like, that's just good wrestling.
Okay.
And when you go for it, we don't want to always be going nice. If we're in a match, man, it's boom and it's clubbing the guy because that's not illegal because you're just hard grabbing.
Yeah.
And then you grab hold of that ear. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Once you start getting a hold of that, you control the head, controls the body. It's the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So when that grabs up there, it doesn't feel good.
Just say you got it in the ear hole.
Yep. Go and you pull them on over. Now, someone cuts you with your fingernails, you gotta take it up with them.
Cut the fucking nails before we get in the match, asshole.
Right. You're like, oh, you cut my ear, huh? Right in there. Like, I didn't appreciate that. All the trash talk while you're locked up, no one can see it.
So how's your mom?
You
She's doing good. Oh yeah, I saw your sister last week.
What are we gonna do for
How are your kids? Oh yeah, they were just camping.
Right.
Oh, finish now.
Good. You ready? You ready to go home? Yeah, I think we made enough money. Now, dirty wrestling. My sensei always said, these are like people.
Yeah.
He's like, you break them, that's one guy gone. Can't punch a person with a broken hand. So when we're wrestling, a lot of times we're grabbing pinkies and driving them out. Now you'll see people try to pull that in like actual matches, and then the refs are really, really aware of it. They'll come over and they'll be like smacking hands. So if we're talking about some old school all in. Try not to get too far over your hips. Bring it back a little bit so that you got good control. There you go. There you go. Now, if someone gets a hold of you, you notice that I just hook.
Yeah.
And then I try to drive my body in so that I can rest into it and make them carry me for a few seconds. Now, you don't want to get too comfortable there because someone will slam you. You know, that's DDT land right there.
Yeah.
Dunk. So, keeping that always in mind.
Oh, sorry.
We're good. There you go. All right, brother. Good work today. Sticky. Yeah, man. That's good stuff.
been a while since I wrestled.